Denver is second to Boise in terms of price cuts across 97 cities nationwide. That means there are price cuts happening everywhere. Also, Denver is one of these cities where more people are continuing to leave than moving in here. I'll let you know what rank we're coming in at here later on in the video. And the last thing you need to know before even considering moving to Colorado is the fact of where we rank in terms of wildfire risk. You don't know these things? Man, you better stick around and find out. My name is Chad Johnerson and I am your Denver Modern Agent. Today, we're jumping into the October Denver Metro market statistics, and the first thing we're just gonna dive right into is your active listings at month's end. We had 7,683 active listings, which is up 10.7% month over month and is up nearly 94% year over year. Now, your closed homes was 4,113 closed homes, which is down almost 8.5% month over month, and it's down nearly 28% year over year. Your average closed price was $671,024, which is actually trending up ever so slightly by about 2% month over month, and that's up almost 8.5% year over year. So despite all of these crazy price cuts that we are seeing, the average close price is still creeping up month over month and year over year. Now, your median close price was $580,000, and that is up nearly 1% month over month, and it's up almost 10% year over year. And the last thing we're going to touch on is your days in the MLS. The average days was 26 days. That is up nearly 37% month over month, and it's up 100% year over year. So things are finally sitting for a little bit longer. Buyers are getting a chance to look at more than just one home before making an offer, which is super exciting. All right, we're gonna dive into detached and attached median and average prices. First up is your detached average home price sale here in the month of September, which was being reported here for October, was $745,947, which is up 0.2% month over month, and it's up 8% year over year. So you're seeing just a slight increase in that average price for those detached, single family homes. Now, your median closed price was $632,000, which is down 2% month over month, and it's still up almost 10% year over year. Now, for your attached average home price, that was $486,773, which is up nearly 7% month over month, and it's up 9%, almost 10% year over year. So you are seeing a lot more people move into that, townhouse, condo, multifamily area, probably because it's still more affordable than the detached units. Now, your median close price was $410,000, and that is up 2.7% month over month and nearly 8% year over year on those attached units. All right, now we're diving into the local news, which I touched on a little bit here in the intro. The first thing I want to talk about is the wildfire risk to homes. Now, we are ranked 4th as a state behind Texas, Florida, and California. And the counties that are leading the way there is El Paso County being the most risky area to be building or living in with a home, and then Jefferson County, and then Douglas County coming in behind that. So if you're considering making a move to those areas, definitely make sure you understand the risks that you are taking on, and be sure to have fire insurance. Man, it's one thing that's like, yeah, it's expensive. However, you'll be thankful when you do have it. Now, the next thing that I touched on was the amount of people that were leaving Denver for more affordable places, because Denver is actually one of the more expensive metros to live in, and we rank in at number 10 for the amount of people leaving the city to go find more affordable housing, which is just kind of shocking to see. Despite all of the people still moving here, we do actually have a higher outflow of people leaving, and I think it is definitely a lot more of the local folks leaving than it is transplants, or maybe it was transplants during COVID. I don't know, I'm just speculating. So the next thing I want to talk about is where we rank in terms of price cuts. We're second to Boise in terms of the number of price cuts we're seeing in our market right now. And that's out of 97 cities across the country, which is just crazy to see. There are opportunities out there in the market, and I am seeing it day in and day out. there are investors that are actually getting cash offers accepted. I mean, if you really want to work with sellers, there are motivated sellers out there that are offering seller financing, things like that. If you need any help at all, do not hesitate to reach out. My contact information is on screen. I'm the one that answers those phone calls, those text messages, those emails. And again, I appreciate y'all and being able to help you guys. That's why I do what I do. I want to make sure I can educate you guys and help you in the process, especially if you're moving around the Denver metro area or moving to here. Now, I want to touch a little bit here on some national headlines. Lumber prices are finally dropping back down to below pre-COVID levels, which is great news for builders. It's meaning that the prices of these new build homes are going to start dropping as well. And I've been seeing that, it's not nearly as expensive to get into these new build homes. And that's also a welcome thing to hear, especially with what we are seeing in interest rates. In terms of inflation, housing is the largest driver of that, and that is what's making up the majority of the consumer price index and where we're seeing inflation going. So with housing continuing to rise in price, we're going to see inflation continue to drive up as well. And some welcome news for you renters out there. Rents dropped nationwide for the first time in 2 years, which I am so thankful to hear that, because it has just been crazy for you guys out there recently. And I have been helping a ton of renters myself get into single family homes and actually have the option to purchase that as well, turning them into homeowners, whether it's in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. If you want some more information on that, reach out. I'm happy to inform you and let you in on a little bit of what I'm doing there to help renters. Now, the last thing I really do want to touch on in terms of some news is the fact that buyers are treating this current market like it's 2008, and sellers still are on this fence of thinking that it's like 2021 and they're going to get the highest price. So expectations are just not there right now. Buyers want stuff on a deep discount and sellers want a massive price for their home. And just coming to that middle ground has been one of the toughest things that I have been recognizing here in the market as I have been working through some of these transactions. It's super interesting to see the dynamic between buyers and sellers right now, and it's like walking on pins and needles. It's an interesting negotiating process, especially if you're a realtor like myself. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is the average number of listings that we had for September, which was 15,663 listings. That is data from 1985 to 2021. The average of what we're seeing in that month. And to put it in perspective, we only had what did I say? I think it was about 7,500 listings in September. So we still need our listings to double in order to kind of get back to what a normal average market looks like for us. And the record low was set last year with 3,971 active listings, and the record high was set in 2006 with 31,450 listings. Man, it is just so crazy to put all of this into perspective and really just look at the bigger picture, where we're at right now. I always encourage people, hey, if it makes sense financially for you to buy, right now is a great time to get into the market, to take advantage of seller concessions, to actually have a chance to negotiate, do inspections, have proper appraisals done, maybe even get into a lower rate than you anticipated. A lot of builders are giving out some crazy promotions right now, as it's what I've been seeing. So again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching these videos and supporting me how you do. It means the world to me. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't enjoy it. And honestly, the connections that I've made through these videos have been super amazing. I'm very, very blessed. I appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you in the next video.